I think one that rounds it out is the I pronounce it
Caryophyllene.
Caryophyllene. This is the one where it's like this is one of
my favorites.
When you mix this one with some other ones, this is where you start to get the gas and funk. But on its own, it's kind of like that spicy, peppery kind of.
I give this the Gorilla Glue. This is Gorilla Glue for me. Screams that like we're cracking peppers, man. Like we're really getting to the point of like woody, nutty pepper. Jank. It's no sweet. There's no sweet to this. This is our savory category. Like when you're going zesty, sweet, savory. The cushes, the danks, the gases, the funks, the meat breaths, the just greasy ones, that falls usually, in my opinion, in this category. And
I would say
everybody likes it.
Like it's also topped with the pinene
for sure.
Well.
Pinene, maraschino, carefully.
Then you're getting you're getting your funk. Now it's like whoa.
That's my trio right there. But then I look at the list and I'll be like, Little's in this. Limonine's in this. You know what I'm saying? But it'll be 1%, 0.05%. And I bet you if we remove that, it wouldn't be the same flavor that I like.
Of course. Yep. You know? Of course. Yep. I would actually put OG Kush in this one. A lot of people think OG Kush is gas.
Yeah.
But for myself, it's more of like it's that earthy, spicy, peppery. It's got the mix of the wood in there. Like it's that's
where you put a diesel with the OG. Then you're getting more the fuel funk, in my opinion. Right, but then, I totally agree. Like OG 18 for me was all pine. There's gas. You can call that gas in that category, but it's like we're talking. Then what kind of gas? Like this is unleaded. Like it's not quite the same.
Diesel.
You know? We're talking diesels, different kerosene, and you see a lot of people who I think this would be like. Again, my analogies all day. I'm always with analogies. This is like the Scotch or the whiskeys versus the daiquiris in the other, you know what I'm saying? Like this is another acquired taste. Not everybody's going to like it, but I bet you this being mixed into almost anything that you're consuming, you probably won't realize, but it's one of your favorites too, you know?
And one that comes to mind for me right away is Cali Critical Mass by Seedsman. Grew that out pretty recently. Shout out to Seedsman. They are sponsoring this episode. Discount code, the stash. But Cali Critical Mass grew this out recently. Big buds on this one. But definitely dominant. I think in their listing, it says, I can't remember the exact quotes, but it said wet forest floor, damp floor, or something like that, right? So it's like, it fits perfectly in here with the woodiness, definitely had the spiciness, pepperiness in that.
Smoked that one.
And it was pretty solid. It definitely came to mind though when we're talking about this particular terpene.
We had a Wi-Fi OG train I did as a White Fire OG cut, and this was, again, black pepper with like cedar wood with an armpit. Like just funk, man. It was so good. It fits in that category of like a Gorilla Glue, of a Grease Monkey. Like just a nutty, woody funk, but it was such an aromatic dank that it was intoxicating walking in the room. Just deep, classic funk. And I think it's an acquired taste, but it's one that most of your favorite genetics have family members in here that lean heavy on this. So you might, if you just grab the beans and you really don't like these things, consider that. You know, it's the same when I find something that could lean heavy limonene. I'm like, I don't really want to pop. What if I get that one? And then I've just got this lemony crap I don't want to consume. I got a closet full of that. Like, I'm just like, I'll have one hit and then I'm done with you. And mixing it with stuff that's too overpowerful. You know, that's where the peppery, woody funk sometimes is too. People don't like that. I feel like, and this sounds sexist, but I feel like usually fellas like that flavor more. It's like the woody, like cologne versus the lighter perfume. You know what I'm saying? Like most women will like the stuff that's the floral, the sweets, the things like that versus the nasties. Some of them, shout out to ladies who like the nasty. But there's something about it that I feel like most dudes I know are like, an armpit, foot, you know, nasty, it smells like baby. You know what I'm saying? Like the nastiest stuff. And we're all like, yeah. And then chicks are like,
I'll take two.
Yeah, girls are like, ew, I want this stuff that smells like lavender and unicorns. You know?
Yeah, it all comes down to personal preference. You know, when I was doing a little bit of research on this, one of the ones that fall in this category, and I guess a little bit surprised, is the sour diesel is dominant in this particular terpene. And when you think about it, it is, right?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like once you mix that with the OGs and you get that in the family, it's like that's where I think the gas becomes gas. That's when someone's like, "What terpene is gas?" Like this, but Caryophyllene is one of the top of, if not the top on this list, because it gives you that deep, musky, funky, nasty with the myrcene musk, with the pinene, sharp plant. I don't know. It's like, it's a hard one to describe, man. But it's one, I think, once you have it, you know immediately. You know these terpenes. You're like, oh, this one leans here. People need to, myself included, I am people, need to get outside their comfort zone and try more of these flavors, knowing that, yes, I normally don't like this terpene, but I know there's 5 other terps in
The
this.
entourage.
The entourage. So let me try it and see what it is. Great Balls of Fire, grape in it makes me meh. Dude, I love that one. It's like a grape Kool-Aid pine. You know what I'm saying? Like a very, that combo is, again, it's hard to explain to something that makes sense, but that's what my mind immediately snaps to. And then every time I hit it, the pine is what I taste, but the smell is the grape. You got to be able to try these different flavors, knowing your terpene expressions that you like, but also knowing that if a little bit of what you like is in there and one that you may not have tried, it's like trying new foods. You might find a new favorite. You know, me personally, I have. This is
Totally
my
agree.
favorite, but I like it.
That's awesome. And I'm really curious to hear what your favorite terpene is. And
Yeah, we only covered 5.
and not only that, like, do you have a favorite combination? That's what I think. I think most people aren't going to be like, yeah, I love linalool. I think it's going to be like, you know, a little linalool, a little
some
pinene,
with some limonene. Yeah.
and we're dancing. We got ourselves a dance floor right
That's
here.
someone's mixed drink. Like, that's what I was saying before, is like our category episode. The gelatos have the flavors that you can attest to. That's the terpenes that are mixed. It's not just one terpene. It's 3 or 4 that if it hits these 3 or 4 terpenes, it's in this family
You
of
know
dessert
it.
bud with a little pine to it, you know? I think we can isolate more of that as the future goes on for breeding. Because you're like, all right, well, these 3 that are crossed is all gas, all pine, all funk. This one over here is all lemon. So the likelihood is I should get something close to both, because all the family members are this, all are this. But it's purification of the breeding that needs to be put in place. Instead of just breeding for THC, we're breeding for terpenes more now. I think that's the future.
Yeah, and it's all about experimenting too. Like you said, get out of your comfort zone. Try to find something that, you know, maybe is a little bit different than what you're used to, and you might find something that you love.
100%.
I was very surprised to find the Thin Mints be something that I loved so much.
I always get excited when you order Mom Bud and you got this variety. You're like, ooh, this one, I don't know. And then you try it and you're like, oh, this is all I'm smoking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
That
saying?
was Thin Mints. I was like, oh. Yeah, it was a perfect combo for me.
That's I think one of the things I love so much about this plant, man, is like there's something for you. When somebody says they didn't like it, I'm like, you had the wrong man. It's like I got a headache and you give me an Addy. Not the right solution, brother. You're giving me a sleeping pill when I'm trying to wake up. You know what I'm saying? It's nighttime medicine for day. Like, give me the right thing for my brain, and I don't know until I try more stuff or until we're doing testing. I don't know if there's human endocannabinoid testing, so you can see what you're.
It would be really cool to put the brain in, like, onto an EKG. Is that what it is? The one machine where you can, like, read the brain movements
and see how each terpene. But see, that's
and
like
inhale and see if, like, a particular genetic activates
Yeah,
this side
yeah.
or activates this
and
side.
that's what I'm saying.
Wild.
Isolate, but that's where you need to get back to the land races, so you can isolate less modified terpene expressions. One that doesn't have 6 different major expressions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's hard when you get really creative to preserve the science behind everything, because like it's like an art. Really, like a breeding is like an artist. You
Of
put
course.
your expression out there with the colors available, but then you also have the science side where it's like, cool, hippie, I need my freaking linalool so I can sleep. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like certain things that you have to have no matter what with the plant, and other things that we're finding on accident, pretty accidents, you know, beautiful accidents. This FTS clip was brought to you by AC Infinity, leaders in garden innovation. Use discount code TheStash15 at checkout to save some money on your order.
From the Stash Podcast.